What is up, guys? I'm Get Flanked, and today we are going to talk about console specifically. And I have a tip for you guys who are playing on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, and how you can win more gunfights. And what can be more important in this game than winning gunfights? Not a whole lot, to be honest with you. If you win your gunfights, a lot of good things will happen. And what is this magic tip that I have? It's going to allow you to get more kills, stay alive longer, just play better overall. Well, it is to have better gun skill. Now, I know what you're thinking. Clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. Of course, if I have better gun skill, I'm going to win more gunfights. But most people, whenever they think of gun skill, they think that people are saying that you have to be able to aim good. And that is obviously one very important part of gun skill. And it's an important part of this game, being able to aim and be accurate. But it's only one part of gun skill. And in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about aiming. But I'm going to talk about two other aspects of gun skill that you can pretty much do immediately and that are going to help you win a lot more gunfights and play so much better. And guys, you can do this today. So that's what I like about this so much. Now, let me first say that I'm not saying you don't need good aim to be good at this game. Aim is obviously very important, and there's no substitute for time spent in this game learning how to mechanically aim well. With that said, aiming well on console in this game is very difficult. There is no auto aim in Rainbow Six Siege. So the two things that we're going to talk about in this video today are going to allow you to take advantage of that and turn the fact that there's no auto aim, the fact that it's hard to aim in this game, into an advantage for you. So what are those two things that we're going to talk about today? Number one, it's aiming down sights, and number two is crosshair placement. So first of all, as far as aiming down sights, and you're going to hear me refer to it as ADSing in this video. When it comes to ADSing, if there's one thing you take away from this video, it's real simple. Spend more time in this game ADSing than what you currently are. If you spend more time ADSing, aiming down sights than you currently are, I guarantee you're going to get more kills, win more rounds, win more games, and just play better. Now, the reason that I think ADSing is so important in this game, and it can help you so much, is because so many players in this game suffer from what I call Call of Duty syndrome. And what I mean by that is in Call of Duty, you run around like a madman, you cover a lot of ground, and then when you see an enemy, you raise up your sights and you snap onto them and try and get the kill. And there's a lot of people who are playing Rainbow Six Siege that way as well. The only problem is in Rainbow Six Siege, there's no auto aim. In Call of Duty, when you're raising up your sights, the auto aim is helping you get on target really fast and get that kill. In Rainbow Six Siege, when you try to do that, it doesn't work out very well. And you end up potatoing and missing a lot of those shots. So in that situation, if you're playing like that, if you run into another enemy player and both of you are trying to raise up your sights and get on target first, whoever has the best aim mechanically is going to win that gunfight. But right now, you can do something to give yourself an advantage in that gunfight, and that is simply having your sights up already. That is going to allow you to adjust your aim and get on target faster and give you an advantage in these gunfights that are normally just a toss-up. To illustrate exactly what I'm talking about, we're going to take a look at a couple different clips here. The first one's going to come from Ace of Pyrite. He's actually a good friend of mine. He runs a Rainbow Six Siege channel himself. It's called Enough is Enough. The link for that channel will be down in the description. A lot of good stuff over there, guys. But in this clip, he's actually going to show us what not to do. And this is what I think a lot of players suffer from in this game.
Where is she?
The main lobby stairs. Yeah, there. Tim. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Do you know where casino is? Is like the stairs that goes down into the kitchen. She's right on that door. Right on the door. She's moved.
Okay, we're gonna let that play again in the background here, but notice he does a good job. He's crouch walking through the hallway here to make less noise, but the whole time he doesn't raise up his sights until he actually sees an enemy, and he's getting callouts. Look how he comes down these stairs. He should have his sights up right now, clearing this room with the barrel of his gun. And then as he comes around this corner, again, sights up. He's getting callouts on where she is. He should be rounding these corners with his sights up, ready to start firing. Now compare what you saw in that clip to what you see in this one, and you'll notice as I come around the corner here, I'm clearing with my sights up. This whole way, I'm just basically trying to predict where enemies might be and putting my sights there ready to start firing if they are there. You're going to see I see an Ash here on the right in just a second. She had her back turned to me. I probably would have got that kill anyway. Not a big deal there, but I was ready for it. This next kill on, I believe it's Sledge, is exactly what I'm talking about in a perfect example. I come around the corner, I have my sights up, I'm ready to get into a gunfight, and he doesn't really have a chance. And this gunfight's so much easier because of this, right here. So that right there is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. And I think if you start clearing hallways, clearing rooms like that with your sights up and really trying to predict where the enemies are going to be and being ready for that gunfight, you're going to notice how much better you play instantly. Now, there might be some of you out there who have the impression, as I did a while ago, that when you aim down sights, it significantly affects the speed you can move in this game. But that's honestly not the case. I actually did some testing not too long ago where I compared the speed of crouch walking and walking while aiming down sights versus while not aiming down sights. And I'm going to show that to you actually right now. You can take a look at it and you might be very surprised with the outcome. Right now on the screen, you've got Hibana and Ash. Hibana's aiming down sights, Ash is not. Both of these are 3-speed operators, and you can see that there is no difference whatsoever in their movement speed, even though Hibana's aiming down sights and Ash is not. It's the exact same speed that they're moving while crouch walking. Now, in this clip, you're going to see the difference in speed when they're standing up and not crouched. And it is a little bit faster. Ash is not aiming down sights, and she does move a little bit faster, but it's not that significant. And honestly, if you're playing smart in this game, you should be crouch walking a lot because you're making a lot less noise, and we all know how important sound whoring is in this game. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was really surprised to see that when you're crouched, whether you're aiming down sights or not, you're moving at the same speed. So really, when you're crouch walking in this game, if you're not aiming down sights, it's kind of a waste. Yes, you have a bigger field of view when you're not looking down your sights. But again, think about the times and think about trying to give yourself an advantage by aiming down sights and being ready for those gunfights. Now, the other part of this, which is crosshair placement, this requires a little bit more practice, and this is something that I'm still working on as well as ADSing. I had to break the COD syndrome for me as well, and I'm working on it still to this day. But crosshair placement is something that I'm still struggling with and still working on every day. But I've noticed a huge difference the better I've gotten with it. And what this means is when you're aiming down sights, whether you're holding a line of sight or whether you're clearing a room, you need to have discipline on where your crosshair is. Don't just haphazardly have your crosshair pointing anywhere. Place it where you think an enemy might be. If you're rounding a corner, think about what's on the other side of that corner and think about where an enemy is likely to be and try and have your crosshairs there so that you're ready and you only have to make very small adjustments in order to get shots on target. Now, here's the unfortunate truth when it comes to crosshair placement. It requires some map knowledge and some knowledge of player tendencies. And there's nothing I can really do in this video to snap my fingers and make you good at crosshair placement instantly. You have to work at it. But the majority of players out there aren't thinking about it and aren't working at it. And if you do, you're going to see that as you learn the maps, as you play more, you're going to be able to predict where the enemies are more often and have a huge advantage in these gunfights. If you just have to make a small adjustment to get to a person's head and they have to raise their sights and make big adjustments in order to get their sights on you, you're going to win 99% of those gunfights, guys. And that's the idea with aiming down sights more and crosshair placement. So here's what I would ask you guys to do. Go back and analyze your gameplay. You can record your gameplay on PS4 and Xbox. You don't need any fancy equipment. Just go back and look at it and really analyze how many times are you dying while running around like a madman. How many of those deaths would have been kills for you if you would have been ready for that gunfight with your sights up, trying to predict where that enemy was going to come? How many times are you going into a room just running straight in without your sights up? Are you clearing rooms with the barrel of your gun, or are you just running in and wait until you see somebody to try and snap aim onto them? Really look at this, guys, and if you start working on crosshair placement and having your sights up more, I think you're going to see what a difference it's going to make in your gameplay. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Again, I want to shout out Ace of Pyrite. His channel is linked down in the description. Make sure you go check it out. There's a lot of good Siege stuff over there. And if you guys enjoyed this, please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll have more coming your way here soon.